Don't you be afraid.
Hey guys, welcome to the ANX Weekly Update, where we bring you the latest video game, anime, and movie news. I'm Unbiased Ann, and I'm here with Genesis and Terrence. What's up, guys?
What up?
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
He's so formal. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
That's what happened after you eat fish.
Yeah. Feeling kind of tired.
A little bit. You got the itis?
I do got the itis.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, y'all ready to get going?
Let's do this.
Do it.
Let's, do I usually start off with social media stuff? I don't know. Everybody on AVersion TV, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to hit that like, follow, subscribe button. Do all that for us. It's free. Let's jump in the round.
Round one.
We got some news. It's not a Dragon Ball Z pop.
Big surprise.
It's a Rogue pop. Hot
Rogue.
Topic exclusive. Go ahead and check that out. Since you don't like the, what you got, water? Don't get my stuff. Now, since you don't like Dragon Ball Z, what you think about that one? You feeling that one?
I am feeling this one. But this is that time period. I like this time period of X-Men. X-Men.
So it's a Rogue, and she flying in her default X-Men yellow and green suit with the belt, right?
Yep.
It's dope.
That's a nice one.
That's
That
dope.
is a nice one.
Yeah, I had to get that one.
May not mess it up.
All right. Because, I mean, I think a long time ago, I was supposed to get like a bunch of the original X-Men pops.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like every time we went to the bookstore, shout out. Can't think of the name. What's the name of the bookstore?
Barnes & Noble?
I was about to say Walden Books because I'm old.
Yeah, no.
Barnes & Noble. I feel like every time we went in there, they were still there. So it was just like, well, let's get these that everybody is snatching up, and we get the X-Men later, and just never got around to it. But anyway, that one was a Hot Topic exclusive, so I had to scoop that one up. Plan on getting some more X. I like X-Men.
I do too.
And don't get me wrong, I like the DC pops. I don't think I've ever had a problem with the way the characters are designed. I just don't like DC storylines and all that kind of, good stuff. But I take a Batman pop. What'd you say?
You always seem to find a way to throw a dig.
Detective Comics. So anyway, pick that up if you want to pick it up. You want to check it out. Link down in the description below. What other news do we have? She didn't even know it was coming.
I didn't. I'm usually last.
Well, it's just news. It's just updates. Animal Crossing, New Horizon. We did a podcast on it.
Yep.
We did a full review. Well, they did a full review.
You had some input.
You don't catch me playing on stuff like this. Detective Comics. People who like Detective Comics, they probably like. Anyway, so if you want to know about Animal Crossing, know about what we thought about it, all that good stuff, link down in the description below. Check out our podcast on it. Y'all ready to get into round two?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Round two.
What do we got here? New games. New games. Or in this case, old game?
Apparently.
I guess this game was released for probably Xbox or maybe PC or something. I don't know. But it was just released for the PS4. It is called Below, as you can tell by the picture there that doesn't say Below. But anyway, the game is called Below. I'm assuming I can't really say below because that doesn't make sense. It seems like you're inside of a mountain.
Correct.
So it's like a cave. So at first I thought you were underground.
I couldn't figure out what was going on.
Yeah, this one was a very vague trailer.
Yeah.
Very vague.
I mean, it showed you what you were supposed to be doing, but it didn't tell you much about why you were doing it or
showing you how you would play mechanically wise.
Yeah. So I thought you were underground, below ground, but at the end it showed that basically you were like inside of a mountain, and it looked like a cave or something. I don't know. Graphics didn't look bad. I felt like all the campfire and all the little bitty things that were going on had good graphics. Again, I just don't know why I'm inside of this mountain.
Right.
So Terrence, you getting it?
Nope.
It looked like something you would play for real, don't it?
Nope.
I don't know.
What about you?
No,
It looks like the controls are just like Animal Crossing.
Nope.
No? Okay, that's a no for me. Disaster report for summer memories.
This looked terrible
Ooh.
to me. It started off strong, the first like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then the graphics, I mean, it looked like a PC game or something. I don't know what, I mean, it was weird.
So the graphics are the main thing to me that caught my eye. Even the way this Disaster Report 4 is written, this remind me of like one of those Sega games. As far as the graphics.
It has a Sega look.
Yeah, it got the Sega look to it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you just don't know what I'm talking about. But the Sega specific games, and it just kind of looks like its graphics weren't great on the people. The environments looked okay. The vehicles looked like Sega graphics.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's called Disaster Report because she's a reporter. It didn't show her reporting anything, but she has this like business kind of suit on.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she is a reporter, but so it's like a big earthquake or something, and buildings are falling down, and there's fires, and you're trying to make your way through and do something. I don't know. It didn't really say. My problem with it, which is not showing in the image here, is that if it's the end of the world, why you still got your heels on?
For real, because those would be off.
Why you still got because they showed her running around like running from danger with her heels still on. She still got the skirt on. I'm not saying she need to take her pants off, but she still got the jacket on. And it's like, take the jacket off, take the heels off, and get to safety. Like, what is you doing?
Yeah.
But what I got from this was at the same point, yeah, she's trying to get to safety, but she was one who was also trying to help people. So she would stop and she would, if somebody needed help, or, you know, just a couple times she got bullied. But to me, it looked interesting. But the trailer didn't give me enough.
No.
It was, the graphics weren't the problem because like at the end of the trailer, it showed that the bridge falling. Mm-hmm. So it seems like there's enough going on to make it a decent play. But it didn't really. It's like the first one. It didn't show any mechanics. So how are you supposed to get to and from? How are you supposed to stop and help people? So it left a lot to be unknown. So,
What you think?
I already said I think it looked terrible.
Just look terrible, but you wouldn't want to play it?
No.
You buying it?
It depends on how much it costs. If it's $19.99, maybe.
Okay. All right, so you like them Sega games, huh?
I grew up on them, so.
And let me make sure I say this. Sega did not make this game, so I really don't know what's going on with the whole look and feel of it. So, what you doing? You dying? Oh, okay. Whatever. So I have two problems with these games outside of gameplay, mechanics, graphics, all that. It's blasphemy that they were even released on the day and week that they were released. Matter of fact, any game that comes out this month, shame. What's wrong with you? So 10 years from now, it's going to be this day in gaming history. Final Fantasy 7 Remake came out and Disaster Report 4. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you do this?
Because everybody's not going to play Final Fantasy.
Man, everybody playing Final Fantasy. If you ain't playing there's something wrong with you. If you ain't playing Final Fantasy.
Those people who play Animal Crossing, they would play Animal Crossing first, and then they would move on to.
Mm-hmm.
Those people don't know no better. Anyway, Final Fantasy 7 Remake was released.
Yep.
I mean,
are we having a moment of silence?
That's really enough said. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know it's been coming for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, been waiting on it for a long time. GameStop let me down.
I don't know if GameStop per se let you down. That's just what we going on right now.
It let me down because you know why?
What's that?
Because he had to have that game, so he paid for the game online, and he's going to pay for the physical game too.
He didn't have to have.
He had to.
He wanted.
Nah, you tripping, bro.
Wanted and have is two different things.
This is like water to him, though.
You tripping.
Yeah.
You tripping.
I'll pick mine up next week.
As much as we game, there is some level to, like, there are certain things that you have to have.
I have it next week.
So if your controller broke, you're just gonna be like, I
already got another.
Well, I'm just saying, if you didn't have another, you're just gonna be like, I'll get one when I get one. I'll get one next week or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you gonna go out and get one?
No, I got another system, so I'll play the other system.
Okay. Well, whatever. This is must have. Period.
I'll pick it up next week.
Well, that's because you don't like good games. We talk about this a lot. You don't like good games. You don't like good anime. You don't like Final Fantasy VII. You don't like Neon Genesis. I mean, come on.
I like good games.
You
and
don't.
I like what I like.
You don't.
So
You don't like Animal Crossing?
Hey.
That's it. You turning into the dark side. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I'm not against it. Like
You okay. This is what
I'm just not.
You seem like this is what you sounding like right now. This is what you sounding like.
What I sound
like. One thing that I notice with nerdy folk is that they do a lot. They do what they can to be different. They do a lot to be different. They try their hardest to be different. Everybody like Neon Genesis, it was okay. Everybody like Final Fantasy VII, it was overrated. I'll wait.
At the time it was.
I won't get it. I'll get it when I get it. Ain't no big deal.
It was the first Final Fantasy with commercial appeal. No, that's all. It's
a big deal.
That's all.
And you know what nerdy people don't like? Stuff with commercial appeal.
But didn't you say you liked 8 better?
I did like 8 better. But at that time, I mean, there are people who will say Final Fantasy VII is the best Final Fantasy ever.
No.
Best game
it's
ever.
The best game ever made.
That's what you say.
Yeah.
Right. That's what he say.
Me and a whole bunch of other people.
Well, unless you got that whole bunch of people on speed dial, you ain't got. I don't know what that whole bunch of people is and whole bunch of people mean. So. That's right now. It's just your opinion.
So, are you excited to play it? You just weren't like, I have to have it right now.
Or I want to. So I want to have it in my collection, and I do want to play it. That's without a doubt. I do want to play it. But when I was a kid, I never beat it.
Let's just say for the record, we've talked about on this show today. Mm-hmm. ANX Weekly Update. We've talked about Disaster Report and Final Fantasy VII for the same amount of time. He said more good things about Disaster Report 4 than he has said about the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, dude. Come on.
Whatever. So
come on.
I will have it in my collection. I will play it. It's episodic, so I mean, I know what I'm going. I don't know exactly what I'm going to get, but I know there'll be only a portion of a game, so I'm okay with it, and I'm gonna play it. I don't have a problem with that. Hence, it wasn't my favorite, but that doesn't mean that I won't play it.
But just because it's not your favorite, that don't mean it's not good. That don't mean you got to just be like, I'll get it when I get it.
Good to who? Good to me. Good to you.
Good to you.
Good to you.
You, man.
I didn't say it was bad.
He can't help me. He fighting it. I don't want to say nothing good about this game.
Look, I ain't played it yet, so I don't really know.
Oh, Lord.
But I ain't even played a demo because he was like, I don't do demos. I don't play demos.
What they got to do with you? You the demo man.
I am the demo man.
Demo king.
I am, but I didn't.
But no, let me back up real quick. You said you can't say nothing good about it because you ain't played it yet.
I ain't say I can say anything about it.
No. You seen the graphics. You know the original story. I mean, I'm assuming you know it. Actually, I'm assuming you don't know it because if you did know it, you wouldn't be acting like you acting. But I'm gonna just take your word for it that you know the original story. So if you take that original story, those characters, that music that has been upgraded, those graphics that have been way upgraded, you trying to tell me you can't think of nothing good to say about this game without playing it first?
It's all right. It'll be good. It'll be a good game.
Okay.
But I'm not like you. It's the best game. It's the best game ever.
Final Fantasy VII is the best game ever made. So here's my question to you and y'all. Will Final Fantasy VII Remake be one of the best games ever made? I'm asking y'all first. Then I ask the people to put their answers down in the comment section below.
I don't know. I can't say that. I can't. But
He's so serious. I don't know.
Will it be a good game? Yes. I don't know if it'll be great. There'll be the people who loved Witcher. That's one of the. So I don't know. Like I don't know.
Witcher. What are you talking about?
See, do you see what I'm saying? So his mind becomes fuzzy and selective when you talk about Final Fantasy.
What are you talking about? What does The Witcher have to do with what we talking about?
One of the greatest games. What would be the best game ever made?
Who says The Witcher is one of the best games ever made? Who said that?
Who?
So it won awards, hands down
for Game of the Year.
Get out of here. Stop. Get off Final Fantasy. Like Final Fantasy is like a pony, and you ride family friendly. You're riding the pony to the point where it's like
what does my opinion about Final Fantasy 7 have to do with
the best game ever made? So I gave you a.
So you think The Witcher is the best game ever made?
I'm saying it was a good game.
No, I'm saying you think The Witcher is the best game ever made.
I don't think Final Fantasy is the best game ever made.
You think The Witcher is the best game ever made.
I said it was a good game.
I don't understand why they in the same conversation.
Well,
if you don't think The Witcher is one of the best games ever made, I don't know why we.
Because I think Final Fantasy is a good game. So if I think it's a good game, then it's not the greatest game ever made. Thus,
but I keep asking you about The Witcher because you brought up The Witcher.
I said,
but now you switching back to Final Fantasy.
No.
I had too much fish, man, and I had more fish than you.
No, what I'm saying is this: you're saying is it one of the best games ever made?
Will the remake be one of the best games ever made?
And I said no.
Did you? Because all I heard was The Witcher.
Well, okay, anyway. So you need 2 letters. N-O.
Okay, no. Thoughts?
I think it could be. I mean, here's the thing though. I don't know because I didn't see the regular one. I didn't see the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that it's the best game ever made. I know you have always said that ever since I've known you, that it's the best game ever made. From the small amount that I have seen so far, I mean, it looks pretty solid for sure. So
the reason I worded it like this is because I originally thought that it could be the best game ever made as far as the remake. However, with them breaking it up in the the episodes, what we're gonna get 3, we think. There was 3 discs on the original game. Maybe they do 1 disc per. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, this game, if you get the hard copy, it's 2 discs.
Well, I mean, just based off the original,
it was 3 discs.
It was 3 discs. So, and it kind of each disc kind of ended a chapter in a story.
Correct. Right,
or a saga, or a big part of the game.
A big part of the game
ended at each disc. So maybe 3. Who knows? But to me, for that reason, it will not be able to take the place of best game ever made because it's going to be incomplete. Well, it's going to be a part of the game. Now, one of the best games ever made, yeah, maybe. I think it could. Well, and the risk is always, and I don't know if it's like this with games, but the risk is always when you do like a remake, somehow it's not always as good as the original. I can't say that's the same for games. What do you think about that, Terrence? I don't think it's the same for games as it is for movies because they make remakes a long time after the original came out, and they do with movies too. Mm-hmm. But just the upgrades. Like if you look at Resident Evil 2 and 3 versus the originals, I mean it's not night and day. No man, it's night and day. Even if you look at just the graphics and the sound from the Final Fantasy 7 remake,
that's correct. And
from the original
and
game. The mechanics,
they totally changed the mechanics to fit the modern day.
I don't know how I feel about all that, but
yeah.
We're gonna review it. We're gonna review it.
Because back in the day, you had to stop and point to shoot. So you could be running around trying to catch something, and you'd have to stop. So
you talking about Resident Evil mechanics?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Final Fantasy 7, which those have been changed too.
But you said classic mode.
No, man, classic mode ain't classic mode. But this ain't a Final Fantasy 7 remake review. But classic mode is not classic mode. Let me put it that way. If you think you're gonna get turn-based action by playing classic mode, nah. You are mistaken. You're mistaken.
No, that may change it even worse for me.
Right. But this ain't the review. Right now, still crunk. Cause my thing my thing is what I've seen so far. You got the dope music and you got dope graphics and you got your characters coming to life because you can hear them speak and they more interactions, right? All that is so dope right now. Anyway, again, the question for all y'all: will Final Fantasy 7 Remake be one of the best games ever made? Answers down in the comment section below. Y'all ready for round 3?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Round 3.
What is this? Time for some news. What is this on my screen? So I got a notification on my phone. I didn't have like a traditional story like we come in with these news stories and articles and we talk about them and debate them. I didn't have one. Then all of a sudden I got this notification on my phone from GameStop, and I really wish I would have got a screenshot of it because the way it was worded, I was like, No, y'all didn't. No, y'all not really trying this. It says something along, I'm paraphrasing, something, get all your essential work from home needs at GameStop today. Again, I'm paraphrasing, but that was the point of it, right? So I click on it and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get this screenshot and I'm gonna show Terrence because Terrence be tripping, and I clicked on it and obviously all that verbiage had kind of went away. But this is what they did show me. Everything you need to work and play from home, stay productive, connected, and fully charged. And they have a picture of a monitor, which I've never seen a monitor for sale. I've never personally seen a monitor for sale inside of GameStop. They show a headset without the microphone, or the microphone is built in, but it looks like a normal set of headphones versus a gaming headset. They have the most basic keyboard I've ever seen in my life, which again, I've never seen at GameStop, and a super basic mouse and a pack of batteries. And basically what they're trying to sell to us is get all of your essential needs, because again, they're trying to make this case a claim that they are an essential business. Thoughts?
I think when this article came out, I think you and I were talking about it. I don't remember, but I did say at some point we were talking about how I didn't, this was, I think, after our conversation last week. I think this came up when this article came out, but I think I was saying, again, I don't see it as essential. I do see it. There's ways around getting games, than having the store open, even though I would love to have the store open, especially ours, because I love our store. But you made a comment about, well, but they do have computers and keyboards and things like that, which could be essential. I mean, they are.
Could be, but when you go into a normal GameStop nowadays, why is Terrence hiding from the camera? What is going on here? When you go into a GameStop on a normal basis, you might find one mouse, maybe two, a keyboard, maybe two. That's it. As far as like normal needs to work from home, you need a keyboard, a mouse, and a computer. Yeah. They don't sell computers.
They sell laptops, but they don't sell.
Not in the stores.
Not in the stores.
Yeah, not in the stores.
But they sell very expensive keyboards and very expensive mice in the store.
And battery packs
that light up and all that kind of good stuff.
I mean, if they were gonna change what they were selling in the physical store, if they were gonna change their assortment, then yeah. It could be.
So first off, I think they should have sent this message out 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
Yeah, because people are already working from home for the most part.
And on top of that, again, I feel like they're way behind the curve on all this esports stuff. You should have been selling more PC stuff in your stores a long time ago with how big esports has become over the past 3 or 4 years. So you're way behind. If you would have started that 2 years ago, regardless if it was profitable or not, because we all know computer stuff is not necessarily profitable, right? You buy an assortment of things, it's outdated within months, right? Yeah. Even faster than cell phones. But your doors would have still been open today, possibly. Because when I went to the mall, the Mac store was open.
I'm just curious, is
still open?
Is Best Buy open? Because I thought I saw it open.
I don't know.
Because they definitely have all that stuff.
But I would assume so. But I really do not know. Okay. Honestly,
I'm pretty sure they were, but I think somebody was monitoring how many people were going inside. Oh, okay. Somebody was outside, like talking to people.
Yeah, but Best Buy is another one. If it's open, even if you monitor people coming in, people touching everything.
Yeah.
With the computers that they sell, they got to be open. People working from home and all that, like. They got to be able.
Because they have a huge section. All that.
They got.
But people still have people. They would still make me feel uncomfortable because most people come in, they want to touch the computers, they want to push on buttons, there's a lot of touching going on, and even if
they do that at the grocery store.
But at least with the grocery store, you're touching it and you're taking it. For
correct.
The most part.
No, because you went and you coughed all on them ribs the other day and put them back.
I did not. Do not spread that rumor. I did not cough on any ribs. Don't believe him. I did not cough on any ribs.
Oh, okay.
I put some ribs back. They were in the plastic container.
Right, but you still
and I didn't cough on anything.
You still touched them and you put them back.
I did.
So same thing.
They were too big.
Same thing with all this. But anyway, GameStop, you're trying. Keep trying. Like, don't stop trying. Like, I don't want you to do that, but maybe I want you to try a little harder. How about that? Because this is a little too late.
Yeah.
To become an essential business.
No, but I agree. They still need to send it out there because at least people know now. It's it's kind of a reminder of, hey, we're here too, and we have this stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, so even if it's kind of late, it's still people that are GameStop loyal. You know, maybe like, oh, okay, well, I want to buy from them.
Right.
So it still needed to be done.
Right. Yeah.
The only reason why GameStop is, one of the reasons GameStop is suffering more than Walmart or Target is I can go by mistake and still buy my game.
Right. Yep.
Where I can't do that. And Best Buy is different because it offers more than games. It offers computers and it offers monitors,
refrigerators,
washer and stuff that you need.
Yeah.
So I still believe that GameStop is needed.
Okay. I like that word better. She was acting crazy.
Well, no, I still believe the same thing.
Don't say it.
Because it's on the tip of my tongue.
Don't say it.
But right now they're closed. So if you close, you can't be essential if you're closed.
Right.
If you open, you can be essential because you're open. But right now they don't have that. They don't have that title behind them, and so they going through it. And the people who work for them are going through it too because that was
They're
the
suffering.
last. Yeah, that was the last store that was still open. That wasn't retail.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna say it wasn't essential.
I'm not gonna say it wasn't essential, but and then they're the last to fall. Everybody else had already fallen or given up.
Yeah.
When it first started.
Yeah, but I also feel like to a certain extent, though, I feel like GameStop has gotten a lot of bad publicity from staying open. Unfortunately.
Yeah, because everybody feels their own way about stuff. Yeah,
I think from the outside looking in, people felt like that's not fair to their employees. You're putting employees at risk. Yep. From an employee standpoint, they're probably like, whatever, I got to get paid.
Because like what Terrence likes to say, whatever you think, that's your opinion that GameStop is essential. But most people probably look at GameStop like that's not essential. Why not just the employees, but why even the customers that are still coming in are at risk now because you're refusing to close down because you're trying to make that money.
So unlike the most people, I can only speak for the stores in Texas, okay?
Tejas?
And so the stores in Texas did curbside.
I think they all did it.
Purchase online, walk to your car, hand it to you like this.
But that was after the fact also.
We weren't
that was after the fact.
I think we were open like 1 week before we went to curbside.
Yeah, and then that Camelot put that phone call out.
Yeah, everything changed after that phone call got leaked.
And then everything changed. Because it was just a loud outrage because it's like, what are y'all doing?
Because some of those store managers sounded very
scared.
Yeah.
So here's the issue about about a store manager. Regardless, most of them have their time and they will get paid.
What you got?
They will get paid.
Come on, what you got?
The rest of them who work on the hourly, who don't even get the 20 hours, depending on, how retail is, depending on time, this is their livelihood. And so a lot of them, as well as, and it's just not GameStop, I'm pretty sure there's some fast food, grocery stores, whatever. There's still people who work in these places and they're not telling if they're sick or not.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I am sure of it because they need to get paid.
So again, now this is where I disagree with Camelot. Yeah, I'm coming after you, bruh. I don't think it's coming from the correct context when he's saying they're putting profits over people.
No, I agree.
I don't think the way he, like you like to tell me, the way I say stuff, even though I say word for word the same thing somebody else says and you praise them and you boo me. But anyway, I don't feel like that's the proper context. Profits over people. They are putting money in front of the health of people, but
it's for the sake of that company.
It's for the sake of the company. If they're not open, again, like we talked about before, GameStop might not make it through this. There might not be a GameStop to go back to.
And then those people who were working no longer have a check. So it's kind of like companies don't give people money away. They may give it to tax write-off purposes, but on the regular, they don't just be like, here go $300, take it and move around. So the people who work there, they knew they could work or they didn't have to.
This would be a different conversation if this was 10 years ago and there was not even a thought that GameStop could close down.
Correct.
This would be a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Close y'all doors and send these people home before they all die. I would be saying that 100%. Now it's more like these people might not have a job to go back to. So I do understand GameStop trying their hardest to stay open.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a slippery slope. I'm not saying it's not a thin line.
So the dude name was Camelot who leaked it.
He funny, some country dude.
It's
I don't usually give shout outs, but
it was some store manager or something.
Yeah, I think he's a former GameStop employee.
And you can tell because he's real petty.
Yeah. But the stuff normally I agree with most of the stuff he says and some of the warnings that he does give out about the current state of GameStop. I usually do agree with him, but putting profits over people. Yeah. I don't think there's malicious intent. That's what I'm saying.
Right, I agree. And I said that when we were listening to it.
Yeah, from GameStop headquarters, I don't think there's malicious intent as far as we don't care about y'all employees. Go out there and if you get sick, you get sick. I don't think that's the case. No. It is so none of us, however many people they employ, thousands of people.
Correct.
30,000, 40,000, I don't know, probably somewhere in that range, will no longer have a job if they don't make it through this.
Yeah.
Period. Anyway, I don't remember what we're supposed to. I started off by bashing GameStop.
Right, but most of the time, Camelot or and he's probably not the only one, they don't say that. What they say is GameStop is evil.
Right.
The big company is evil.
Right.
And GameStop is not even one of the biggest companies. It is a big company.
Big gaming company.
Right. But there are other companies that are bigger.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Biggest retail gaming company.
Correct. Because I don't think there are small ones with mom and pops, but it is the biggest of its thing. And if GameStop falls, we wouldn't want to because we still like our physical stuff. And then we also like the fact that even though it's wrong, and I've heard people say this before when they trade in stuff. I hate it. I hate trading in stuff and getting like $7 or $8, but I'm gonna trade it in anyway because I'm gonna buy another game, and this gives me the option to take it off of whatever it is. It may not be right, the right amount. Most people would prefer if they traded in at the time a Red Dead to get more than $20 because they spent $60, but they'll take it because they're probably going to turn it around and buy another game that's $60. Okay. So, I feel for all the employees who work at GameStop, because I know if this is the only job you had, you are in for
a rough few months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Just a few months.
Now, if that check come, it may make you through a month and a half or so. If you live at home, I mean, if you have paid bills to pay, it'll go pretty fast. Yeah. But at least there's something coming that you can say, I have a little bit of help until that time comes, till the decision is made. Right. And they're in the process of trying to see what they can do.
No, you lied. You said they'll be open by now. You lied to me.
Well, this is what I heard.
You lied to me.
So, and all of our listeners.
And all the watchers. All 20 of them. Here's the deal. GameStop, you stay open just long enough to give me my Final Fantasy 7 Remake Deluxe Edition. I need that physical copy. I need it. And now that I downloaded it, guess what? I don't even have to open it. I can keep that mug sealed up, looking nice on the shelf. Let's move on to the next story. What is this? What is all this on the screen? There's too much going on. Hey, what is that? What's that over there? What's that blue and gray thing over there with the?
I have no idea.
I thought this was your story.
No.
Oh,
that's mine.
Oh, mine. What's going on?
So basically, Game Pass is trying to give us some
Here you go with this Game Pass.
Yeah, I love the Game Pass. Trying to give us some decent titles, well, no, I mean NBA 2K20 is a good title. It's just not a title you would think that they would give you, but I'm pretty sure the reason they gave it to you is because the NBA season has been put on suspension. And then they also giving you Final Fantasy Star Online 2, which I don't know if a lot of the younger kids have played, but it's an MMORPG that we played when we were younger. When we were younger, well, I was younger, you had to pay for it. It was subscription based, but now it's not. As long as you have, well, it is, I guess, on the Xbox because you have to have Xbox Live, but it's good and it's wide open so far. I played a little bit of it. Also played a little bit of NBA 2K20, and the other game is, I just lost my whole train of thought. Warframe. And Warframe has been evolving since, because when it first came out, it played a little like Destiny, but it didn't. Now it is more like Destiny. But your suits are what make you, not your class.
Tom Ford?
Huh?
Tom Ford?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, yeah.
It's actually been pretty good. And they've been giving a lot of updates here recently, because I think they know right now it's going to be a minute before we get anything else.
So, speaking of what I spoke on earlier with the nerdy people, I was trying to do something different, right? All your favorite Twitch players out there, beware, because all I've been seeing is updates on my phone about famous people playing video games online. And we've seen the numbers over the past year or so. I think Drake did it once, right? Played with somebody and broke all kind of records, right? Just beware, because once the celebrities or famous people start moving in on this terrain, you won't get it back. I don't care how popular a ninja is right now. If give me a name.
Will Smith.
I hate Will Smith. Starts playing Fortnite.
Probably hate you too.
Probably, but he ain't got no really reason to.
And you ain't either.
He ain't got no reason to.
And you ain't either. Go on. Keep on talking.
If he starts playing Fortnite tomorrow, Ninja be out of job.
Yeah, probably.
Ninja will be out of a job. So just beware. Like, you need to start thinking of ways to be really set yourself out and be different. Like, which is was always the thing, right? You need to be different. But now with these celebrities and these athletes and stuff starting to have more time in the game, and their following is massive, right? It's going to put a lot of streamers out of a job, unfortunately. It's similar. I think we had the conversation. It's similar to back in the early 90s, where the models were getting mad that the actresses were starting to take some of their roles, commercials and swimsuit and magazines and all that. It's like, I could just go get Halle Berry, who's one more popular than you, and she looks the same as you in the bikini. I don't need you.
Right.
Okay, Washington.
Okay, whoever you want. You Kerry Washington and Will Smith. Okay, you good. Anyway, I just want to throw that in there. I don't necessarily care nothing about these games here. If 2K20 is free, I might check it out. It's been a while since I played a basketball game. Not really looking to get into an MMO right now with Phantasy Star Online. But anyway, another Xbox Game Pass plug. You work for Microsoft? Because if you do, I'm gonna be mad.
That would be nice.
Well, I'm be mad doing this podcast for 2 years and you work for Microsoft and ain't got us no dang sponsorship or nothing, man. Terrence sucks.
I plugged Game Pass. I plug Game Pass wherever I go because I think it's a good deal.
But he won't plug AVersion TV and ANX Gamecast.
I do plug both of our projects.
Y'all ready for the next story?
Yeah.
What is this?
Oh, this is mine.
Who is this?
This apparently is...
He got the time for it on. See him?
Yeah. This is Brewster.
Okay.
So I came across this article about somebody named Clay the Hamster. I've never seen this person, but he's supposed to be in the game. Apparently leaked or made a comment about, Brewster was right. I'm tired and I need all this caffeine or whatever. And so Brewster the pigeon has been around since Animal Crossing Wild World for Nintendo DS. So he's a character that's been consistent in the game.
Okay.
So that is leading people to believe that this Brewster coffee house called the Roost is going to open up in the museum. So
inside the museum?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
And there was also I guess something that came out before about they're going to add an art wing in the museum. So right now, it's just bugs and fish and whatever. They're going to add an art wing, and data miners spotted a line in the game's preloaded files that referred to Museum Cafe. And this was before they even came out. So
well, they need to do something with that museum because it's pretty boring.
Yeah,
even when you walk in, the person running the museum is asleep.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, come on.
So I was just excited about this because even though I do really like this game, it also it can become very monotonous. You just do the same thing over and over again. And so if they're going to keep adding stuff, that would be pretty cool. And the article did say that Nintendo has pledged to keep adding more content to Animal Crossing via online updates. So that's pretty cool.
I was about to say something mean. I'm going to say it anyway. Like, how you gonna keep adding content when you don't have content now?
They do have content.
That would indicate that you have content to add on to.
They have content. It's just not exciting enough for you.
Pretty much.
It's basic.
I know you ain't talking. I fall asleep every time I play it, and I'll drop the switch on the floor. Yeah, you said that on the podcast. Yeah.
And then the baby's slobbering on it before I know it.
Right. But but
what?
It is in a podcast. Animal Crossing is in a podcast that we did. So
what? See, this is what happens when he tries to plug us. He's just gonna stop and just be like, Xbox Game Pass. Just in the middle because he can't remember nothing.
There is a podcast for Animal Crossing.
Okay.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I would like for everybody to come out and listen.
Listen and watch. Okay, on AVersion TV, ANX Gamecast. Just real quick, actually, y'all ready to wrap up?
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna steal your thunder, but what I will tell people is all these games we mentioned today, links down in the description below if y'all want to check them out. Animal Crossing, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 7.
That's it for this week's update. If you enjoyed the show, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we release new episodes. See you next week.
Don't you be afraid.